So a Swiss diver's watch in a modest size with a modest budget in a New York second. What's up guys, it's your boy Rich here, back at it again with Maen's new Hudson in 38mm. Let's go take a closer look. Let's go. And here it is, the Maen Hudson's in 38mm, and it's also 46mm from lug to lug, 12mm thin, and with a 20mm lug width that tapers down to 18mm to a really nice double lock security clasp right here, and a really nice silky smooth 5-link bracelet. This style option is called jet black, but to me it's a really nice and deep and rich piano black with a really nice lacquer dial here. And all the Hudsons come with this metal bracelet and a NATO strap. The Hudson 38 is also available in a midnight blue and in 42mm with the same options. And if we look at the dial, there is a lot of attention to this dial. It is a really nice dial, starting with the chapter ring, a very nice chapter ring. And at 60 minutes, 15, 30, and 45, we can see them in a really pretty powder blue with a really classy chapter ring right here, and its indices are applied and provide a really strong lume. I think if we read the color description on paper without seeing the watch, with its red filled circle on the seconds hand, red on the hour hand but not on the minute hand, red at the top of the bezel insert, and with its powder blue accent on the chapter ring, we might not think it's the most attractive description until we see the watch, and then we see how beautiful it really is. The way it comes together really nicely, and oops, there goes my reflection, suddenly making the watch not so attractive. But don't worry, my reflection doesn't come with the watch. And I like its domed sapphire crystal. Everything about this watch is very appealing and attractive. Alright, I'm going to put this on and we'll get some wrist shots. I'll be right back. And here's the presentation that comes with the Hudson. A nice wooden box with a push button release. The finishing is well done. It has a really nice silky brushed finishing here and a highly reflective polished finish. And I believe the bezel insert is aluminum. And one of my earlier concerns was because this is a narrow watch that it could affect the bezel action. But I'm happy to report it does not. It's a very tight and solid bezel action with a 120 click unidirectional bezel. And if we turn the watch over, we see the sapphire crystal exposing the movement. So what is this movement that we're seeing? What is powering this watch? Well, it is powered by the ETA 2824 with their custom rotor. And this watch is water resistant to 10 ATMs or roughly 330 feet. And here is its nice double lock security clasp. All in all, I think this is a very attractive, high-quality watch, and the price of the Hudson 38 is approximately $400, and that price tag automatically puts it in the high-value category, and with its choice of movement coupled with this price, it gives us very little to complain about and a whole lot to enjoy. And we're back, and let's talk about the interesting history of Maen watches, because they are kind of sort of all over the map. So what does a Swedish brand, two Dutchmen, and New York City have in common? And no, this is not a riddle, it's actually part of their history, because they were founded by two Dutchmen with a fascination of New York City. And I am not a historian buff, so I actually had to learn this from their website. In 1626, Manhattan was renamed to New Amsterdam after it was discovered by Captain Hudson on a Dutch ship called the Half Moon. Of course, it would later be renamed back to Manhattan. And there are a lot of places in New York with Dutch names. The Bronx, Brooklyn, Hudson, Wall Street, and Long Island. New York has a pretty heavy Dutch population, and all of Maen's models are named after places in New York. They're Hudson, Brooklyn, and Manhattan. In my opinion, Maen watches is a standout from so many other watches simply by avoiding the pitfall of being a one-size-fits-all watch. I think it is smart of them to offer a modern 42mm because for a lot of us, that still falls within our sweet spot. And by offering it in 38 millimeters, it kind of sort of secures them into being a universally accepted brand. And with these two fantastic sizes and high quality watches, it puts them in a league of their own. And for me, because of my Rolex DJ in 36, my sweet spot is between 36 to 42. So for me, Maen is a really nice fit. And it isn't only me who feels this way, because they've had some major success on Kickstarter. In fact, their flagship, their Hudson, within 3 minutes, or the equivalent of one round of boxing, was able to secure their funding goal of roughly $40,000. And within 1 hour, they became the most funded Swedish brand on Kickstarter. And because of their high quality, different sizes, and affordability, I think Maen watches provide a lot of excitement. I think for some of us who spend several $1,000s on a mainstream watch whose quality isn't necessarily better than some of these micro brands, it is not likely that we're able to get another watch so soon. And I think this is where brands like Maen offer a really nice niche, because for a few hundred dollars, we are genuinely excited about the release of their next watch. And I think this is where the excitability, is that a word? Comes in. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you the next time. Main Street, Main Place, Main Event. So in 1626, so what does a Swedish brand, two cities, and New York City have? No. To Dutchmen.